My favorite part about being a personal trainer is I get to help people. I believe that's what I was going to start for. My biggest advice to you is to stem from because you know you are careful. Because nobody else you don't need to run. Your mind is still trying to go with everything is. Everyone else thinks it's. I think the things the other people because that prevents me from being excluded from my tribe. And for me to stand up and say something counter to the narrative has a very high price. Courage, as inquired, is extremely often. Each time the price of courage is paid, it becomes low. And eventually it becomes low enough for people to stick their head up and pay the price themselves. And that is how you new stampede in the direction.
Shane, can you take me inside how the team responded in that first quarter as guys started to sub in and you got your feedback on the ground? Just seems like something that you guys have preached all along is being able to do that.
We just went out there and competed. Uh, they obviously jumped on us early. Like first game in their building, their crowd was going to be behind them. They were going to be excited to play. We just wanted to make sure that we competed. Like from that point on, we obviously didn't give our best effort to start the game, but you can't do nothing about it. It's behind us, so all I can do is focus on the next possession, and we did that.
Mark and Jared were talking about the fearlessness of this group, especially on a stage like this. But I imagine you also have to have a certain level of like enjoyment of these sort of situations. Just what is it about these stakes that you enjoy playing at?
Yeah, I mean, it's the highest level of competition. Like they're obviously a really good team, and like come at you from all different angles. Very talented, well coached, great personality. Like play together, they really challenge you, and we like to think of ourselves as one of those teams that really challenges you too. Man. We it's just two teams that challenge each other at this level of basketball, and find out about yourself and about your group when you go against the best.
Shay, when you guys got Jared McCain, do you ever think you'd be taking 21 shots and scoring 24 points in a Western Conference Finals game?
At first, no, but after the first couple games, yeah, it just oozes confidence. He knows exactly who he is. He knows exactly what he does, and he goes out there and does it no matter what. Whether the ball goes in or out, he makes the next play. He makes the best play for himself and for the guys out there. And he's always aggressive, always in attack mode, and we needed it tonight. He came big for us.
Your guys' bench outscored theirs by 50 plus points tonight, and it's been lopsided the whole series. Have you been able to feel that just as both teams are dealing with injuries, how you guys have such an advantage when it comes to the depth?
Yeah, we just like we go out there and just play our brand of basketball no matter who's out there. That's what we focus on. You can't control any of those type of things like injuries that happen. It's unfortunate. You can't control them. So one thing you can't control is guys that go out there, give their best effort, do what they do well on that basketball court, and hopefully it works out for us.
Shay, Jeff Zog at NBA.com. When you talk about the challenge they present, what was the challenge they presented tonight that was maybe a little different than the first two games? Seemed like they were hounding you a little bit differently defensively. And then what did you see with the pass tonight?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think they changed much. Like, they're into the ball, they're aggressive, they pressure, they're heavy in the gaps, especially when I have it. And then at times they send double teams, like recklessly, like before half court, after half court. There's no like they just send them randomly. Yeah, every time I come down, there's a play for me to make, whether it's for myself or my teammates, and I just try to do so to the best of my ability. Not always going to make the right decision, but I try my best to make the right decision, and I think I've done an okay job of that so far this series.
Hi. Hi, Jared. I'm sorry. Hi, Shane. Congrats for the win today. How are you able to ignore all the boos from the crowd, but still play so well?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game. I don't expect their fans to love me. That's not how it works. They want their team to win. And it's that simple. That's what makes the sport so beautiful. The fans behind it, and the cheering, and the energy that they get to the game. And I love and appreciate them, whether they're for me or against me. They make the game fun.
Shay up earlier in the corner. I only saw this on YouTube, but it looked like the night that Jared got to OKC that you were the one who let him into the practice facility because his retina scan was not in the system. Do you remember anything from that night? Did you talk to him at all around that time?
Not much. I got his number when he got traded, and just like, yeah, that's just like welcoming him, but nothing crazy. And then yeah, he was in the gym right away as soon as he could. We'll let you know what type of work he is.
What was your perception of him from afar as a Sixer, and what do you think when you see him in a series driving at Wemby?
Yeah, from far, I mean, I knew the kid could play. Like before he got hurt, he had some loud games and some really big games, and was good for the Sixers. And then he kind of got hurt and fell out of rotation. And usually a guy like that, like that's so skilled and shoots the ball that well, that stuff doesn't leave you. It was just about him getting the confidence back, and I wanted to make sure that like when he came here, like he felt like he could be himself. And the basketball player that he really is, he's done a good job of just like stepping into that role and being himself and just leaving it all out there on the floor.
Shay, when it's 15-0 and this place is going crazy, what's going through your mind?
Well, we got to go now or it'll get ugly. And then like, let's just go out there and like compete possession by possession. Like, it's like guard your man 1-on-1, crash the glass. If someone's guarding you, try to go by them. Like, just have fun with the game. Like, just go out there and get lost in the competition. And obviously a 15-0 deficit is pretty crazy, but there's no play that can erase it. Nothing special you can do. You gotta stack it possession by possession. And yeah, that's what we focused on. That's all I wanted to focus on, and it worked out for us.
Shay, you mentioned that injuries are obviously an unfortunate part of this series. With a guy like Dub that you've won before, you had huge games in the finals. How do you sort of help him through what is probably a pretty frustrating and tough situation?
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what he's going through, just all the injuries the series had, barely been able to play. I don't know how much he loves the competition, the sport, himself. But yeah, he's as bad as it is. He still is like super blessed in life in general. So many things going for him. Bright kid, bright future, great family. Like so many kids don't even get the opportunity to play sports in their life, and so many kids are born into poverty and things like that. So it's always a bright side to things. And Doug knows that. I don't have to like remind him of that or anything like that. But he's got a great head on his shoulder, and he understands that like there's nothing you can do. All you can do is get better. work on your body and things like that. And I have no doubt in my mind that Doug will be a better basketball player after all this injury stuff.
Shay, Minor Castillo is in la cancha. I know that your favorite player was Kobe, and now, like Kobe, you have a lot of haters. You can hear now, tonight, and do you take it personally, and that gives you an extra motivation, like Kobe say that given to him?
No, not really. I expect that from the opposing team. Like, they're not gonna like me. They shouldn't. I get it. It's part of the game. They're doing their part in making the game exciting, and yeah. Watching sports, playing sports my whole life, that's always what it's been, and just because it's me, it's no different. I expect that from them, and I honestly like it. It makes the game more interesting and more fun, more exciting. Whether they're for or against me, like I said.
Shay, as much as the focus is always on the next one, the reality of a playoff series is you're looking to stack the wins, right? So is it tough not to step back after tonight and realize that they've now got to beat you 3 and 4 if they're going to knock you guys off?
Yeah, I mean, they're a really good basketball team, and like, if we don't put our best foot forward, they're capable of beating us, and we know that. And all we can do is get ready in the present moment and prepare for the next challenge, the next game. Like, you can't focus on anything else, especially when you play a team that good. Like, they're obviously not going to lay down. It's first to 4, not first to 2. You know that. They know that. Like, everybody knows that. So no, we'd be silly to look ahead and worry about how many times. Like, we just got to put our best foot forward for the next game and give ourselves the best chance to advance and move forward.
Hey, Shay, Adam Francisco Sweat Awards. I feel like this is a team that, Zoo could be all defense. Joe, all defense. Caruso could be all defense. Heck, you could be all defense. But this year it's Kason. And outside of the obvious leading the league in steals, what sticks out about the way that he plays defense that earned him this honor this year?
Yeah, it's tenacious. He gets his hand on every ball out there. It's crazy. He always has his nose in the play. So disruptive out there. And yeah, I mean, from the day he stepped foot in our gym, like, you could tell he had just a natural instinct for that side of the ball that makes big time plays no matter the stage. He's been impressive all year, and he's only going to continue to get better. Like, he's still early in his career to get that award and that accolade is very impressive. And yeah, like you said, we have a lot of guys in our group that really hone in on that end of the floor, and he's at the top of that for sure.
Some basketball fans know every team's home record, road performance splits, how teams perform on back.
Hello. Hey, Jared. Mark was just talking about the mentality and the poise that you guys coming in off the bench had, particularly in that first quarter. I was wondering if you could just kind of take me inside of what's going through you as you're checking the game and you're in a bit of a hole early, but just seemed like you guys maintained poise and resilience.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming to this game, especially at home for them, it's going to be loud, it's going to be crazy, but being able to weather the storm, we talk about it a lot. AC, K-Rays talk about it a lot. At that time out, I think they were up 15-0 or something. Just being able to be calm, be poised in that situation, and give each other confidence, give each other energy, and know that we're going to throw another punch, and it's gonna really come back.
Jared, the other night Caruso said that it's that time of year. If you're not fearless, then you're probably going to lose and go home. But you've never played this late in the year, and yet all series you've sort of driven with Wemby in the lane. You've taken whatever shot felt like. Where is this sort of fearlessness coming from?
I think it just stems from when I was younger. Family, they give me that confidence. My support system, I feel like I've played in big games, whether it's in high school or Duke, and definitely not the Western Conference Finals. But being able to just take that confidence and be fearless, like this is, I, I love this so much. Like I love what my life is right now, and being able to play and contribute at this level. I never want to take it for granted. And so whatever opportunity I get, I'm gonna take advantage of it, and I'm gonna try to execute my best. I truly love this. I think that's why I just can go in there and just be fearless and trust myself.
When Stan traded for you at the deadline, is this at all what you sort of envisioned your first season being on that dinner?
Well, I knew we would definitely be a great team. I didn't know how much I'd be contributing. Definitely just trying. When I first got traded, I think most of it was just trying to learn from the best since they won it already, and so being able to contribute early and learn from them already has been a blessing for me. And so being able to contribute, I don't know if I expected it, but I definitely am ready.
Jared, you had the assist to Jay Will on the 4-point play there. Celebrated with him afterward. I just wonder, the bench was so big tonight. Both of you guys played a large part. Can you talk me through that play and just kind of that moment with him after it?
Yeah, I mean those are huge momentum shifters, especially getting to quiet down the crowd. And, being able to pass to Jay Will like that, he was hot all night, and so being able to get him the ball and him knock it down and get fouled, it's a awesome momentum shift, and got to celebrate with my brothers for sure.
Just Martinez of the Oklahoma. You mentioned when you were younger. What are your earliest memories of watching playoff basketball as a kid, and just how would you describe the feeling of getting to experience it now firsthand?
Yeah, I think the earliest watching playoff basketball, I want to say 2011. I think when I was like 7. I remember walking into my parents' room and seeing, was that Lakers? Was Lakers in there? Probably. I remember walking in there and seeing my brother and my dad watching it, and I'm kind of lost at that age. I didn't really know I was lost, but I remember watching and seeing Kobe, and Kobe's been my favorite player since I started playing basketball. So I always gravitated towards him and his mentality, and so I think that was my earliest memory.
Sure. Would you say you learned the most playing alongside a guy like Alex Caruso, like what he does on the court, but in the locker room as well, like just the vet that he is,
Yeah, I think is leadership. He does a great job of just leading the locker room, being vocal. And for me specifically, I feel defensively, I've been able to contribute and learn from him. No matter what it is, he's an elite defender, and being able to take little details, asking him small questions, whether it's certain coverages, and being able to talk out there on defense and communicate different coverages, it's been huge for me.
In the last game, Shea mentioned late in the game, sort of yelling at you to calm down. I'm wondering, when you talk about embracing your emotions, how are you on stage for the first time?
Yeah. I was telling him it's a double cover. He's taking that shot and he's not going to down. It was just manage emotions and manage, we're all trying to win. No matter what it is, it's a team game. We're all trying to win, and so whatever it takes. So if I'm open, I'm calling for it, and I'm telling them it's a no, knowing that that's the MVP, and playing out for sure.
Jared, you had that drive on Wimby where you gave him a little bump and maybe a finish, a little flex there. Run me through that play, and especially run me through the celebration. What's going on in the mind there?
Yeah, he tried. Feel like he's 7'6", so running me off the line isn't that hard for him. But I feel like I had a small advantage, and anytime you can use leverage, and I feel like I had strong legs, being able to use the shoulder bump and get him off balance. I think I can finish not over him, but sometimes just get him out the way and then kind of throw it up and see. I was thinking I was going to get my offensive rebound. I didn't know if I was going to make it or not, but always cool to get a bucket and celebrate with the teammates, especially on the bench too.
In the second half, we've seen you play with the ball a lot, play off the bigs, but it seemed like you had a lot of ball handling, getting the ball up the floor against a ton of pressure. Has this been so natural for you because of the opportunities that you've had on the ball almost immediately since you came in? I guess I just wonder how you're feeling about that in the second half.
Yeah, I also, when I was younger, I always kind of, shooting's always been, my main thing, and so playing off the ball was kind of always huge for me because we had, a point guard.
And so I never, not that I never played point, but it definitely wasn't like a point of emphasis for me. And so, but being able to take care of my handle and being able to work on that throughout off seasons, and even when I first in Philly, like when I felt like everybody was hurt, I was able to play on ball. So getting those reps was huge for me. And then coming here and playing get with heart like that, I've been able to get those reps and read the defense. And so it's still natural. It's still working on it for sure, but it's became more natural since coming here for sure.
Hi Jared, congrats for career high playoff 24 points.
Thank you.
Do you think your strong performance in playoff is partly motivated by wanting to prove to Jamal Murray that you have higher potential and he didn't treat you at the highest point?
Prove to who?
Jamal Murray.
I talk about this a lot. I think it's never to prove anybody wrong. Like a lot of my stuff is I try to keep a positive outlook, and I like proving my support system right. The people who really believe in me, I like proving them right. And so no matter what it is, like I got traded, I'm always trying to keep a positive outlook. And no matter what, like Daryl's still the guy that drafted me, so I always have love for that. Like he trusts me and believed in me enough to take me at the 16th spot. So I'm forever grateful for that, no matter what. So it's never about proving anybody wrong for me. It's always proving somebody right, people who believe in me right.
You mentioned wanting to have a positive outlook on things. I know shooting just so much business confidence. You mentioned the confidence that you get from your family and stuff like that. But how much do you think just your optimism and positive outlook helps you like stay confident as a shooter? Because it looks like they mentioned the fearlessness, but no fear when you're taking shots.
Yeah, it's huge. I don't, you try not to think about it, and I think that's where people get wrong. I talk to myself a lot out there. I'm talking to God out there, and just kind of having that belief in myself, knowing that, like, no matter if I go 0 for 10, like, I always feel the next one's going in. I don't know if that's just from, my family gave me confidence, or just like there's that unwavering belief I have in myself. Like, I never can get down on myself for that. Sometimes I'll just smile and just kind of like, this is it. Like, I love these moments. So when I'm out there and I miss a few shots, I always feel the next one's going in and it's going up.
Jared, apologies if you answered this at the very beginning. I walked over from the other podium.
All good.
Like with you guys, this first depth was a big bonus for them all year long. Through these first 3 games, though, you guys have had a decided advantage. Just your thoughts on how big a difference that's been so far in this series.
Well, we talk about it a lot in practice throughout the whole playoffs. Like, be ready, stay ready. Coaches have done a great job of that, whether it's knowing the defensive stuff and getting reps on the defensive side. But we all are hoopers, and we all know what to do out there. Especially this team, it's a very mature team, and so coming in, I just want to be as ready as I can, no matter what it is. And so the whole bench is ready. Next man up mentality, no matter what happens. And so I think we've done a great job of that. But credit to the coaching staff and teammates for giving us confidence to when we do go out there and it's our first time. We haven't been out there for a while. They go out there and play hard. They'll beat us.
What would you like your coach to?
Thank you, guys.
Jay, what have you seen from Shea this series with playmaking? He's got 33 assists, just 7 turnovers. As Marcus said, he just doesn't seem to be fighting the game.
Yeah, just leadership. Regardless of what's working for him, what's not working, he's just doing whatever he sees. So like that, it's an unselfish guy. Other guys in that situation, I would say, do everything they can. To get shots up, but he's doing everything.
Jared has talked about